What's up, everyone? Yona here, and welcome to your Kuromatoki's Interactive Podcast. Let's let it go! You know. And we got another new episode, so that means that we're bringing back the Doctor episodes here on the podcast. Yes! Finally, after a year hiatus. Woo! Yeah. So, yep, we are so back doing these again. So, yeah. So, in case you're wondering why I'm gonna bring it up, it's because it's the 20 years of the Mandalore series, and yep, yeah, we decided to bring it back. So, but before we're gonna move on to that, so let's looking back. Wait, I almost forgot something. That we're gonna first and foremost that where was I? Oh, it's about the Your Kuromatoki platform fan top cosplays rank 2025. So in case you are hesitant, but yeah, please go vote for your favorite cosplays of mine in our official Google Forms, and of course we're gonna following up the YKIP fan favorite awards because there's still traveling stuff. Ayun. So yep, keep voting for your favorite cosplays of mine, as well as yep, we're gonna follow up the one of the YKIP fan fave awards for 2025 edition. So yeah, please look forward as well. And okay, so we're gonna start it off. So right now we are kind of resuming the your 5th anniversary episode. So we're just gonna start on in a lieu of stuff that's happening in our world right now. And climate change is not a joke, right? So why the hell these disasters are no longer just natural? Because there's one thing that they should shame, and which is the man-made catastrophes created by obviously humans. And what we see right now isn't natural. It's a combination of it and the man-made disasters, especially here in the Philippines. We're really a typhoon country, and an earthquake form, as we've seen in the last few weeks. No, and this is made up of exposing those scandalous projects, the ghost projects, particularly the flood project as well. They're all kind of they literally connecting the dots together. So everybody is already responsible for this mess, and then until such time that many of them are being, particularly especially politicians and those quote unquote greedy, corporal people. So they're all involved in there, and they must be blamed and shamed for what they're doing. And as well as the typhoons, the recent typhoon particularly, yeah. And of course, one more thing, not only those crappy and corrupt politicians, like corporate people in general, but also, yeah, the AI generated stuff. Yeah, also because of Gen AI. Many people had died, and yeah, very disastrous then. Because as I said, I think like what I said in our first YKIP live this year, that AI is very dangerous. It's a huge threat and a huge challenge to humanity and the environment because nasasagapan kasi yung environment, and that's what I said, you know it's always AI. It's always those generated AI enjoyers. It's always the corrupt politicians, and it's always the goddamn capitalists that are really, and the people that enable them, diba? Also, there are enabling people. Tapos sinasamba pa, like what the hell, seriously. Hindi ka rin natuto from the past mistakes. 'Di ba? Di ba nakarita, 'di ba? So I have to suggest, and we suggested should be suggested that you know that we should normalize shaming and blaming those people involved. Yeah. Whether even you kasalanan mo to because you are enabling something that you shouldn't, diba? You also killed people. You also killed the dreams of our younglings, and you are killing your fellow human beings and other living creatures because you are also not just only polluting the environment, but also you are polluting the environment via generated AI. So I have to discourage you to do that. Otherwise, you have consequences. And as well as I said, that blood and ignorance are in your hands. So please, wag kayong kupal. Okay? Ayoko nang makupal. I don't care if you're a friend. But at the moment that I saw you doing this, I will not hesitate to call you out. I'm not hesitating to shame you, and I will not hesitate to use. Di ba? Wag ka demonyo kasi. Di ba? Ayoko, yung mga demonyo talaga, ang dami mga demonyo sa mundo, pinadagdag nyo pa. Di ba? That was so rude, okay? And are you watching? Did you learn something? Have you learned something from the shows that you watch or books that you read? Diba? Ano yung, what's the purpose? For the clout ba to? I think you use it for the clout. Siguro. That's not good. Cloud chasing isn't good, guys. And as well as you cannot do that. Don't use them for the cloud. For the attention, di ba? For the few. Ano naman gamitin sa club? Anak kong po, tiyan naman, no? Pinaputok yung mga boching ninyo, guys. Di ba? That's not good. I mean, that's very awful, very disgusting, and it's not really good in using AI. Kasi ikaw din sisihin nila, di ba? Ikaw din, masisihin mo ka, na yung mga hindi dapat namatay din. All because of your ignorance, all because of your, um, well, your ignorance, your being an egoistic idiot. Sorry about the term, but sobra na yan. Mga demonyo, you're wicked devil. And I think that you have you should face the consequences. And I think na hopefully baka isama na din sa sa yung mga dapat i-death, no? One step at a time. Of course, it's one step at a time, guys. No one mourns the wicked, sabi pa nila. So, if you're yourself an enabler and a complicit to course, the atrocities. How petty. How good riddance, guys. Yeah. Don't be an idiot. Don't come kupal, okay? But of course, and by the way, if of course the recovery relief operation is still going, so if you want to donate something, then please go and donate to the legit and not bootleg NGOs because they are the ones that handle stuff, and I think they're making huge help at least. So yo, and we are one with the with solidarity for the truth seekers, for the real for prog people out there, and we are one with those who are nothing but seeking justice. So yeah. So of course, climate justice now, and uh, let's normalize shaming. Let's still normalize shaming the corrupt people and those goddamn enjoys out there. So what who watch out enjoys you have a warning from people, us people who are believing in humanity, and you are the dregs of humanity. Yeah. So that's as the 13th Doctor once said. Yeah. So yep, then that's the bottom line of our buksan portion of our opening sphere. So now we're gonna moving on to our highlights um for my gets on the tire during our Undes break. So first up we have the Trolley Philippines Halloween pop-up event. So this time isn't it this time at SM Mega Mall, and as usual as always I doing I just like the last 2 years. Yeah, I really last two editions rather sorry. So we're having a really enjoying so far. And look at this. As a crafter, I think there's one I think there are I think two. Those two people, the little young lanes, doing the alien costumes, which is very good. And as a crafter, I really appreciate for what they on their efforts, and at least there are still kids that are using. They are very fortunate. At least there are still kids that are using physical creativity. Yeah. So despite that, they are techie. So wherever millennial, us millennials are really the OG techie people, but yeah. So it's the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, yeah, and the Gen Alpha people, and the Gen Z people are still, yeah, still doing creative stuff physically, but despite the fact they are usually techie savvy, but they at least it's just nice to see them, doing stuff that's very physical, and really reminds me of that. So yeah, and I cosplay as Yasmin Convo Doctor, so I decided to bring her, sorry, bring her back for this get up, and we got of course the freebies, and then there was Charlie Cool out there, so I would rather call her Charlie Cool. So this is my third time to meet him. But in fairness, seriously, there's a kids that I don't want to say, I would, and then um, I think, and ano, sandali na ako dito. I mean, it's been 10 week that I went there, so 5 hours, around 5 hours, and then I went to Makati for the Halloween party. Yeah, so yun, and then we have it was a Halloween special. Oh yeah, Frat. Yeah, for these, and I was cosplayed as Satoru Toyama from one of the radio. Yeah, that is Cure for. So yeah, Black Pep had a wardrobe unculture. So yeah, and so yeah, and I just gonna bring Satoru Kun back. No, instead. But I also bought my Black Pep plushie, and yeah, we have some treats for him, courtesy of Machivilla. Shout out to the guys in Machivilla. Yeah. So I want a shameless plug for these guys, because if you want to have plans for your namin the surprise day. What namin the surprise? So or I just wanna try something. I wanna try mochis for the first time. Then check out their Instagram and FB pages. So yeah, for your orders. Yeah. So yun. Yeah. Shout out to that. 12 point. Do spa. I gave them do spa for this, and I said to them that I'm gonna totally recommend these guys, and will definitely order again. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, and that unfortunately that I was able to, you know, attending, virtual crawl, hobby fair, hobby fest, diba? Hobby fest, then virtual because typhoon and the lot on the former and the typhoon, the upcoming typhoon on the former and the latter will be in yeah, I got overtime. I get OT. Na-OT lang ako and ano kasi ako gumising, diba? So, I have to apologize for the inconvenience caused and not gonna promise myself, but I swear that I'm gonna be attending again. And of course, I have to apologize for not attending PGS, Philippine Game Show, because, you know, we are just focusing on the MNO48 PFC 2020, Pag-ibig Fortune Cookie 2025 campaign. So all of this the budget for that supposedly are, already handled on to this again. So, and I have got a huge hint for you guys because this is speaking of the Your Kuromatoki platform year and special 2025, that this is the last stop for Majesty. Kasi si Majesty, and actually si Majesty na lang ang kulang. So I'm done with Purin and of course Wonderful and Satoru-kun. And coincidentally that these two, I know these four will take place here in QC and in Pasig City. So yeah, very coincidental because there are. Ano ba? Why are you geographically have trivia? So yeah, very coincidental that this one is also, and we're gonna shoot yung part ni Majesty for the first kasi Hiroga Sky, and then yung part niya sa Hibiki Out, performance. Ayan. So you're ready, a hint for our second. This is for the second interval act. Ayan. Yun. So yun. So please look forward to our year-end special this December 31. So ilang month na, it's more than a month to go. Carry pa, kaya natin to. I know there are lots of performances going on, both already released and exclusive, and then we have some turbo acts, and then some montages for YKIP and the 25 years of the Filipino cosplay community. Ayan. So please look forward as well, and there are lots of surprises. My God, grabe. I know you guys are so excited for our year-end special. It's basically our tradition since 2016, except for 2023 because the 2023 year end there was already posted, already uploaded on a few days after 3 days after Christmas. So it's making a tradition a bit, but we're brought it back last year. So again, it's still. Anyway, let's look forward to our year end special. Ayan. And yun. So we're okay. So that concludes for our Pompean round of rambles. Yeah. So right now, we're gonna start about New 20th, and again, it's been after a year hiatus, we're bringing back the Doctor Who related episodes in YKIP. Ayan, just for it and the 5th anniversary, and of course, I gusto ko naman yung share talaga. Grabe. I gusto rin guys i-share talaga, sa pretty excited though for the upcoming spin-off, which is the Land Between Land of the Sea. Again, so which is coming uh next month, no? So there's all the things, the highlights from each new series Doctor, and then we had some our favorite moments, yung mga, and what the things that we look forward for the war between, So they're asking, oh, there's gonna be a guest, right? So yeah, we're gonna have a comeback guest for, of course, both New 20th and YKIP 5th. So hopefully, I know you guys are familiar with this person. So yeah, so sit back and enjoy our New Who 20th episode. So yeah, the guest is already on podium, and yeah, so let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and queer people. Well, we have a new guest in your Kuromatoki's Interactive podcast. And this time we get another Whovian from the Philippines, which is Miggy Untalan. Guys, let's give him a round of applause. And just like the previous two episodes, we interviewed him about, of course, the 20 years of New Who, and we got 10 questions plus four bonus ones. So we're gonna start with the usual question. That, of course, are most Whovians are having a hot seat on our podcast. So we're gonna start with the first question: is how do you get into Doctor Who? And then, of course, Miggy says, someone at school showed me the 50th anniversary, but I was aware of it. Ooh, very interesting question. Answer, sorry. Very interesting answer. Thank you very much. Okay, the next question is, what was the first episode that served as your entry point to the show? And he replied, Deep Breath or Day of the Day of the Doctor by accident. Ayan. Share, di ako nag-share ha, si Miggy ito ha. But again, thank you very much. So, tama ba? Yep. If I remember correct, yeah. I remember I said in one of the Doctor Who episodes in the podcast that my first, obviously, and this is the obvious answer to the question. Somebody who is Whovian and said that what was my first entry to the universe. And I said the one who fell to Earth. So this is my first proper entry to the show. So very obvious to say, yeah. And then next up is number 3. So, what is your favorite TARDIS interior? Explain. And then Miggy says the, of course, the 12 dollar interior is my favorite because the mood, lighting, and books. So I do like it naman po. Wow, may po pa. Ano ba? Nanangapopo ko. I do it naman din po yan. Pero seriously, I do love the interior. Probably one of my favorites from New Who. And then you have we have the ninth, of course, 9 and 10's TARDIS interiors is all it's very organic of some sorts, no. And we have 13 also, yeah. The all bias, pero it's one of my favorite TARDIS interiors as well because, well, I don't know why. These are the bonus. the custard cream dispenser. So it's one of the bonus, and the crystal tortoise, the mini crystal tortoise. Oh my gosh, this is also incredible. It's amazing. And we got yung yeah, the war doctor interior. Yeah, it's obvious choice, Charin. No, it's also one another really got me. I don't know, but I some pretty reminds me of the one of the of course I don't know. It's pretty reminded me much of the four dark doctors interior. Yeah, and the doctor's interior. I'm one off. I think I'm one off. And say the fugitive doctors interior, dark charges interior. It's kind of like the first couple of seasons of the show. Yeah. And I think the recent of for 14 or 15. So it's very spacious. Kind of spacious to me. It's kind of, I don't know. What is the one mixture? I don't know. I don't know why are the interior designers kind of, kind of mumble jumbling this interior design. But yeah, it's also, but on top of that, the good thing is it's also disabled friendly because you have the wall, especially in a wheelchair though. Those who have wheelchairs, yeah. So I will run on a heartbeat. All right. Next up is number 4. Do you have your merchandise with you? If yes, then what are these? And so Miggy says I have a lot of solid screwdrivers. So yep, thank you very much for. Di ko alam. Actually, a lot po. How a lot? So ayun, and then the fifth question was, yeah, it is how did you feel that Doctor returned after a no more than a decade hiatus and ushered into the 21st century? So yeah, Miggy says I was alive. Yes, so I was aware of classic Doctor Who, unless you count the cutlery joking Family Guy. Yeah. So so hindi ko masyado aware. But I don't really know. And I did know that New was in if I'm mistaken, one of the I think the Studio, the non-defunct Studio 23 had a couple of eps of New. I think if, pero hindi ako masyado, kinda aware kasi, I even though I have cable, well, back in the day, back in the day, sorry about that, back in the day, so I wasn't aware na meron palang New Who, I think I was in high school, no? Kasi hindi ako aware kasi, I think, if I remember correctly, I was in a second year high school, and I was the obsessive na, otaku na during that time. But, technically, yeah. So, but also I'm very glad that, the guys behind the reboot and rise. Reboot and rise! Setting, how to, the the revival of a very classic, I know, very iconic pop culture franchise from the limbo, more than a decade of limbo, uncertainty. Yeah. So I'm very very glad that I discover this show and this incredible franchise like Doctor Who, and I think that really awful. It is a great, a proper gratitude to the guys that not just brought back, but that they are expanded to what it is now. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Let's say. Uh, Later ko na i-thank you yung mga kasama natin. May kasama natin. Yan. So, here we go. So, number 6 is, what are your favorite episodes from the modern series? Very easy question. Then, Miggy says, yan, Evan said, yes, it's also my favorites. The Snowman, yes. Locks from, yep. Also, one of my favorites from Shutigatwa. Yeah. Vincent and the Doctor, oh my god. Oh my god, that's one of the stories that really got wrenching. I mean, from, of course, from Doctor in general. Yeah. Caves and Androsody, of which is the Fifth Doctor's final story. Yeah. Mommy of the Orient Express. Oh god, I totally love that. God. And City of Death, of course. Actually, speaking of City of Death pala. So, a fun fact, it was the first, I think the first episode, or rather, first story that received, I think 60 million, can you imagine? 60 million viewers at that time. It wasn't from, it was, I think, Tom Baker's biggest, biggest, yeah, yeah, honestly speaking, it is a city of death, yeah. Biggest, one of the biggest, so far. And I think nobody has been dethroned yet, no? Because at that time, because uh, the ITV strike was in effect. So, and then, back in the day, wala pa yung wala pang, I think wala pang Channel 4. No, not to be confused with our own Channel 4. Sorry, which is People's TV. Yeah, PTV, sorry. Not to be confused with the other Channel 4 here. So, wala pa yung wala pang Channel 5. No, not to be, there is in the UK. It was just BBC and yeah, ITV, and then ITV was totally shut down because of the strike. So I think it's a third strike, the industrial strike to be exact. Kasi, and that was a fun fact. Partially 60 million is very huge. I know, very 60 million views was a huge, you know, during the times of the analog TV. Yeah. So that was a good one. But until now, overall, wala pa nakakaano pa. Nakaka, kumbaga, wala pang nakagawa ng wala pang hindi pa not until, yeah. So yeah, that's not okay. That's the fun fact for now. Okay, let's moving on to number 7. So, which among the modern says Doctor Companions think you had it captured? You and why? So, it's also the companions. So, Clara Oswald. Yeah, she's one of my faves also. It's Jenna Coleman. She was fantastic. Yeah. She's breathtaking as well. She was equal all on a par with the doc, and she had more chemistry with them. We should do with the them, they, them pronouns. So, yeah, them with chemistry with them than any other part from Ayon Rivers. Also, Rivers is also my favorite. One of my favorites from, of course, from Who as well. Yeah. Yeah, no contest po. Charin na charin po. So, one of the things, so, ito medyo hot take ko. Medyo hot take itong next question, which is number 8. What are the things that are the gamble throughout news 20-year history in your opinion? So, ayan, okay, so medyo hot take po ito. Don't take it seriously po. So, inconsistent writing and a lack of care for Lord sometimes. it gets really frustrating when the showrunner thinks they're about the lore and just do whatever. So actually, it all depends on the showrunners, kasi. And it's, for me, it's actually depend. Pwede, pero depende, charing. Pwede, pero depende, charing lang. Actually, depende talaga sa showrunner. If you, it also depends. In English pa eh. So it actually depends on the showrunners to, oh, you gotta expand in the lore, ganon. For example, let's see. Ayoko pa yung giving examples, we gotta do spoiler. But it always depends. It really depends on the showrunner. Eh. So, um, meron naman. Oh yeah, it always depends on the showrunner. So, if you guys, they want the one that is say Spanish and art, it's okay. But I think that's part of the the expanded universe. Yeah, you love. And then number 9 is what's your reaction about the classic? Yeah, classic doctors and fans returning to New Hero. Ayan. So number 9, he says, so Miggy says, I only appreciate them once I watched Classico, which was during the pandemic. So, napanood ako. So, ako naman, for my part kasi, I was very excited. It was very aesthetic that that these guys making a comeback for the new season. Of course, kasi one of which if I remember, yeah, we had if I let's say, ayan, um, you have Sarah Jane Smith, then we have Joe Jones, sino pa? I'm not getting up on it. Oh my god, Ian freaking Chesterton. Oh my god. The OG, my god. And even though he had a short appearance in the Power Dog, make me it's like, oh my god, it's the OG. I'm kind of emotional again. It's getting pure emotional is because I already watched Classic Hood as well. I watched Classic Hood as well, just like, and whenever companions from that era, like, oh my god, or C Ace, yes, she's so good. Then we have Tegan Jovanka, and then C Mel Bush, yes, also very clever companion, and they her story was very zigzag, kind of zigzag nabubulol lang be, medyo zigzagged when she was with Colin Baker, but yeah, but now she had yep, of course she made a made a comeback and everything. And the most recent was Susan Forman, like, huh? Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Giving her emotional. You ever give some most emotional stuff, in when it comes to bringing back the classic companions into the news to near who it's like, oh my god, this is gonna be an emotional roller coaster. It's gotta be it's mix of emotions, and you have to. Of course, we have the classic doctors. Yes, they are. With all the mixed emotions, like, oh my god, some sort of nostalgia, and while being part of that history. So yeah, so it's very mix of well, no, mix of emotions, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So, next up, number 10, a hot take. Ayun, isa naman hot take, mga kapatid. So, but what are your thoughts about Rosie T. Davis's second era so far? Ayan, ito na naman tayo. Sorry. I thought it would start out really well, but it became such a rush mixed bag of good things and bad things. that bad thing. Sorry. The show needs new blood to carry on. What worked in 2005 doesn't work now, and there's a lot of overcorrection and underdeveloped characters. The Doctor needs to feel more alien once more. It needs to be weird and dark, just like yeah. And well, like so I always said na kailangan talaga ng ano. I always said that pwedeng I was in new something, kailangan fresh start, new blood to carry on. So it may take some time before we're gonna finally have somebody who would take the reins as a showrunner. So yun. And um ayan, dili na ako magtog. Yun lang. Ayoko talaga magtog talaga. Sorry. Yeah. Dili lang ako magtog mga pre. Ayan, so we're done with 10 questions. So we got 4 bonus questions because it's, of course, New Year's 20th. And of course, the franchise's 62nd anniversary. So, yun, first bonus question. What's your favorite villain or monster from New Who and why? So, Miggy has to say that. Teka. The Daleks will be the gold ones. But I actually like the Paradise Daleks too. Why most don't? Yep, so Foundations are Cyber all the way. They're just creepier. And Strax because of what take because I would say, yeah, Strax is so cool. Yeah, yep. So and why? So again, that's number 2. So what the? I almost forgot. Sorry. What are your favorite brands of the Galaxy Cyberman? The sometimes and the say there was a new show and why? So this is just the same. Modation. So I would say I'll go with the former, and the Ashad, God, he's such a creepy. Sorry, he's a creepy legend. It really chilled my nerves when I saw him, and oh, the variant, the Chib's variant of the Cyberman, as well as the Cybermasters. They're among the picks actually, and of course the 2000 Cyberman, of course, and I do like it. Yeah. So what? If you wanna ask me to go and cosplay as a Cyberman, why not? Why not? Because I have been lying for having armored cosplay, but I think it's about time, kasi yeah, medyo it's about time to try something different. Obviously, yeah. And the new Sea Devils look cool, but I prefer the old one because they're more distinct. Actually, yeah, and they're kind of distinct. They are just the similarities, naman. Just the similarities in design. Yep. So, yep. Next up is what's your favorite version of the modern series master? And yeah, why? Explain. It's got to be. So, Miggy says, I like Maisie a lot. She is fun like an insane Mary Poppins. Yes. But in terms of it, I'd say Sasha Dewan, surprisingly. So, oh yes. But also, I also do like John Sims though, and very menacing. You can see the menace aura. I think all the masters are very heavy menacing aura though, and each of their own. I'd say I'll go with John Sim, and I go with Sir Derek Jacobs, even though he had a short appearance as the master. So, but the big impact was incredible. Yeah, I'd say. And then, last but definitely not the least, of course, we have bonus question number 4. Sorry. Of question number 4. Okay, I'm not gonna get spoilers. If you don't want to spoil, then you skip this question. But if you guys already watched the episode, again, watching the finale episode of season 15 of New, please, you're good to go. So number 4, bonus game. Bonus question number 4. What's your reaction about the Rani making a comeback for the modern series? So again, we had, of course, Miggy says, I honestly had a lot of fun guessing it was the Rani, but alternatively, the Rani only shows up when there's a steady decline in quality of the show. Yeah. That this is so sort of making sense because, well, I don't know why, but two Ranis are very insane. Yeah, pretty insane though. And then I would like to see Romana in the near future though. Maybe against the Medley Monk or like the beginning of the Valiard, sorry. I hope Romana starts out as a guy named Fred and was hidden user Fred Matrix, which is similar to of course the Jacob's version of the master. So yeah. And she becomes Romana played by Sofia Di Martino. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please, please, please. Okay, guys, in the production team. Yeah. Yeah, baka naman po. But also we're going to manifest very soon. So yeah. And that was it for our questionnaire featuring Miggy Untalan. Make some noise, guys. Yeah, and so we are done and dusted for our new 20th episode on your Kuromatoki's Interactive Podcast. Yeah, and thank you very much to Miggy for his free time for our interview. Hope that he's making a comeback in the future. So now we have our wait. For the much of it, we're not gonna stop. This is not complete without our last MA for of course, our segment, which is Yona Asks. Alright. So here's our question for this special. Next is a special episode for New 20th is what are your favorite memories about the Modern Doctor series? Ayan. So fortunately we have only one one in our one response, and which is Nightcat. Shout out to Nightcat, and of course she is one of the nominees for the Yo Kuromatoki platform. Yo Kuromatoki platform. Ano naman do Yona? ah. Ayan. So for Your Kuromatoki's Interactive Podcast, Fan Favorite Awards 2025. So she is vying for the top spot. Ayan. So she says, watching it for the first time during the mid 2010s. Matt Smith, you always have a place in my fangirl heart. Then, oh, sweet. Charis. Charot lang, charot, eme. Eme. Yan. So, next up, Charin. And then, seeing Pierre Cavalli's first episode as 12. And then, seeing Jordan Whittaker's first episode as 13. Again, thank you very much for your response, Nightcat. Tapakan na natin siya. So, yeah, we're already done with our penultimate episode of YKIP for 2025. And next up, of course, next episode will be the last for this year, of course. And we're about to talk about, of course, fan responsibility or media obligation. So this is one of the topics na, of course, that is recently, popped up this year. So, my God. I, of course, brace yourselves because I have something that is, of course, I'm about to break my silence regarding that. Yeah. But of course, we have a new guest, of course, the last for 2025. So let's end it with a bang. And yeah, here we go. Brace yourselves, everyone. This is gonna be a very hot topic, and this is not just an ordinary out of the box topic. So please watch out. And that's the time we're over here. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Of course, this is your sign out, and I see you guys on the next Your Kuromatoki's Interactive Podcast. Yeah, stay safe, stay kicking, and stay awesome always. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye bye.